having already covered these signature auctions by Heritage from the 2019 A&A show in Chicago, let's now take a look at the various auctions hosted by Stack's Bowers Galleries at the same event, most notable for its inclusion of the Anthony J. Tarasco collection of early gold eagles. But there can be absolutely no doubt who the headline act was for this auction. The 1894 S Barbra Dime is one of the key rarities within the entire US catalog, so much so that it ranked as number 6 in the second edition of the 100 Greatest US Coins by Jeff Garrett and Ron Goof, and understandably so, as there were only 24 of these branchman dimes minted in 1894. Today, however, there are only 9 coins that can be confirmed to have survived. The 1894 S dime is one of the most storied of all of US coins, with legends and theories about the low mintage and the surviving number of coins having been spun into the collective numismatic narrative over the decades. I won't go into that now, as I've already made a more complete video about the actual origins of the 1894 S in a previous video. Click on the top right hand side of your screen now to have a look at that. Suffice to say though that when the auction listing starts with the words, "The legendary 1894 S Barbra Dime," that's not an understatement, and quite fitting to this coin as well. Graded as proof 63 by PCGS, the coin sold for $1,320,000. As already mentioned, the Anthony J. Tarasco collection was featured as a particular highlight of the Stack's sale. The Tarasco collection is, in my estimation, the finest early gold coin collection ever assembled, with the only other collector achieving a complete set in a comparable degree being perhaps Harry Bass, if I'm not mistaken. Of that collection, this was the proverbial North Star. John Danruther calls this coin the king of the small eagle type. What makes this variety so special and desirable is the fact that it only has 9 leaves on the palm frond that the eagle clutches in its talon, as opposed to the regular 13 that usually appears. The officially stated mintage for the 1795 gold eagle is 5,583 coins across all types, although numismatic researchers believe that as few as 200 to 500 of these may have been of this variety, with only around 20 or so coins surviving to this day. It may well be many years again before another variety like this will appear on the market, let alone in a grade as high as MS63 from PCGS. So it wasn't exactly a surprise when this coin managed to obtain $630,000. And from the king, we hand the stage over to the Duke. No, not that Duke. The Duke of Carson City. That is to say the 1876 Carson City 20-cent coin. All bad jokes aside though, why this coin managed to receive this particular nickname I've never quite fully understood, but here we are. And the fact remains that it is another singular rarity. Although the mintage figures stand at 10,000 pieces, nearly all, some estimates place at over 99% of the original mintage, was melted down at the mint in 1877. Today, it is estimated that around a dozen or so, perhaps 10 to 20 coins are left extant. The 20-cent coin was ultimately a failed experiment on the mint's behalf, and never really took off. San Francisco only minted the coin for a single year, and Carson City for only 2, despite still having most of the coins on hand from 1875. Philadelphia continued minting it as a proof-only issue until 1878, when Congress finally repealed the legislation authorizing the denomination entirely. Graded by PCGS as MS65, the coin fell under the auctioneer's gavel for the sum of $456,000. Yet another rare extract from the Tarasco collection was this 1798 over 7 Gold Eagle. Its obverse design features a unique arrangement of stars, with 7 placed on the left and the remaining 6 on the right, which centers Liberty nicely on top of the design as opposed to the more common offset design that is typically used. Due to the nature of this variety, an exact mintage is difficult to pin down, the accepted figure having been stated as 842 coins for years now. However, John Danruther argues that that number may be inflated and should be closer to the 300 to 800 range instead. All the same, only around 20 to 30 coins are believed to exist today, and with this one graded by PCGS as AU58, it managed to close for $384,000 at auction. When it comes to rare St. Gordon's Double Eagle coins, there are really only a select few that can beat the 1930S with its already low mintage of 74,000 coins. Then pile on top of that the fact that most of these coins were melted down after 1933, and what you have is an estimated survival rate of less than 1% of the original mintage, of around 50 to 75 coins. Population data supports this number as well, with the census reflecting 68 grading events for this coin. This particular coin was additionally graded as MS66 Plus by PCGS, placing it at the top of the population report in terms of grade, with zero finer known. The bidding closed for this coin at $372,000. California gold holds a type of romantic allure, even to collectors to this day, as a type of a relic from a bygone era when territorial and private gold issues circulated alongside federal issues, where available. Each coin has its own story to tell, and the tale of the 1849 Pacific Company gold dollar is one of ambition, greed, and, well, gold fever. The Pacific Company was formed in Boston in around January of 1849. They sailed for California with $1, $2.50, $5 and $10 dies, seeking their fortune. By October the 20th, the company had been dissolved, without apparently ever having struck a single coin. The dies and all related equipment was then bought by Broderick and Kohler, and they started minting coins with the Pacific Company dies soon afterwards. By the time that the mint got around to assaying these coins in 1851, the company and all of its equipment had again been sold on. The assayers report, to put it mildly, was not kind, revealing the shocking truth that the $5 coin only contained $4.48 of intrinsic value, and the $10 coin only had $7.76 in actual melt value. When news of this spread, the coins were disposed of and melted down in record time. Today, only 3 of these $1 coins are known to have survived this purge. The DuPont specimen, which was stolen in 1967 and unfortunately never recovered. The New Bethlehem specimen, which was discovered by a metal detectorist in 1999. And then the present example, which once belonged to Virgil Brand. Graded NGC MS61, the coin attained $264,000 at auction. Not too bad for a underweight gold coin with a purity of only 72%. To put this low intrinsic value of the Pacific Company coin into stark contrast, allow me to present the Templeton Reed $5 coin. Templeton Reed was a private coiner from Georgia in 1830. Today, it is estimated that around 300 or so of these coins were minted, but only 6 of those are known to still exist today. In the August 16th, 1830 edition of the Georgia Courier, he was publicly accused by an unnamed party that his gold $10 coin only consisted of $9.38 in intrinsic gold value. This accusation alone was enough to bring a standstill to Reed's minting operations. This $5 coin was graded by PCGS with a genuine designation. The coin managed to raise $204,000 at auction. The Carson City Mint essentially shut down its operations in 1885, with coining operations only resuming again in October of 1889, after a hiatus of nearly 4 years. This 1889 Carson City Morgan dollar was the product of those last 3 months of minting in 1889, with only 350,000 coins produced as a result. This places this issue firmly as a key date within the entire series, and with a very low survival rate to boot on top of that, the 1889 Carson City coin is one of the scarcest Carson City Morgan dollars today. The present example is a near pristine MS65 example from NGC, tying it for the third finest known, with only 2 other coins in the population report with a better condition. $180,000 was the final price for this absolutely stunning coin. The SMS, or Special Mint set of 1965 to 1967, was a sort of stopgap measure to appease the numismatic community after the production of regular mint sets and proof sets especially was suspended amidst the coining shortage of 1964. The coins neither had a brilliant proof finish, but simultaneously had a superior finish to regular business strike coins as well. Years afterwards, when the SMS sets were firmly a thing of the past, a few sets dated 1964 began to emerge. These coins were then loosely connected to former mint director Ava Adams, and speculation holds that they may have been trial strikes for this new finish. About a dozen or so of these coins are thought to exist, with this specimen graded by PCGS as SP68, managing to raise $156,000 at auction. The Amazonian pattern coins are, in at least my estimation, the crowning achievement of the career of William Barber. All the greater than the pity that these coins never circulated and exist today only as pattern coins. The Amazonian title was apparently bestowed upon the design by coin dealer David Prosky in his sale of the Parmelee collection in 1890, and the name obviously resonated with collectors as we still use it to this very day. Struck only in 1872 in sets of quarter, half, and full silver dollar coins. This example is a half dollar with a grade of proof 64 plus cameo from PCGS and raised $90,000 at auction. And while on the topic of famous pattern strikes, there's simply no way not to mention the George Morgan's 1882 shield earrings half-dollar patterns. Yet another brilliant example of Morgan's innate and frankly just brilliant understanding of how coin design should work in practice. And if I might add, modern coin designers can actually learn quite a few things by studying Morgan's portfolio. But, I mean, you know, what do I know? Anyway. Sorry about that. Back to the coin. The name of the coin is due to the obverse design where Liberty is wearing a pair of shield earrings. According to Saul Teichmann's research, only 11 such coins are known to exist today. This one was graded by PCGS as proof 64 and sold for $40,800 at auction. So, which one of these coins did you think has the best design, and which one did you find most interesting? Let me know in the comment section below. And subscribe to WNN and activate notifications with the bell icon to be notified when new videos are released. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you ever so much for watching, and remember to keep collecting and have a great day.